Fertilization, formation and distribution of seeds. In this video, we are going to look at the process of fertilization, formation of seeds, concept of seed dispersal, wind dispersal, animal dispersal, explosions, drop and roll. Plants, like many living organisms, reproduce. The process typically begins with pollination and concludes with germination. Fertilization. The fusion of a male gamete, pollen, with a female gamete, ovum, to form a diploid zygote is called fertilization. Pollen is a powdery substance that is produced by the seed plants. The pollen grains contain male gametes, or sperm cells which fertilize the egg and create a seed to sprout the next generation of plants. When the pollen grain lands on the stigma, the sticky fluid on the stigma stimulates the pollen grain to burst open and develop a pollen tube. Then, the nucleus from the pollen grain moves down in the tube and travels through the style to the ovary to join the female nucleus inside the ovule. Fertilization occurs when the two nuclei join together. Formation of seed. Now let's see how the seeds are formed. After fertilization, the ovule, which is located inside the ovary of a plant, undergoes further development and matures into a seed. Inside the seed, an embryo forms which consists of several essential parts, including the radicle and plumule. Embryo root. It is also called a radicle. It is the first part of the embryo that develops into the plant's root system. Embryo shoot. The plant's upper part, called the shoot system, originates from the plumule. Food store. It is used for the initial growth of the embryo. Hard seed coat. It serves as the protective layer for the zygote. It provides insulation and protection against fluctuations in temperature and humidity in the surrounding environment. Embryo plant. It is the inactive infant plant present in every seed. Seed dispersal. Seed dispersal is the movement or transportation of seeds away from the parent plant and other seeds to reduce the competition between the offspring. It is a necessary process that increases the chance of survival of the seeds and contributes to the overall success of the adult plants. Types of seed dispersal. Seeds can be dispersed in many ways. Wind dispersal. In this type of seed dispersal, the wind carries the seeds away from their parent plants. The tiny white seeds in the dandelion plant can easily be detached and carried by the wind for dispersal. The seeds of sycamore fruit are also dispersed using wind dispersal. Animal dispersal. When animals eat fleshy fruits, the seeds are dispersed after passing through their digestive system. Tomatoes, grapes and raspberry plants are grown using this method. Sometimes, the fruit of some plants with hooks will get attached to the fur of the animals and get carried from one place to another. This type of dispersal is called animal dispersal, exterior. Example, burdock fruit. Explosions. Some plants have pods that burst to release the seeds when ripe. This is called seed dispersal by explosions. Example, pea pod, bean. Drop and roll. When some fruits fall from the tree, the casing of the seeds breaks, and the seeds roll away when they hit the ground. This type of seed dispersal is called drop and roll. Example, apples and horse chestnuts.